guys, we're back with another song by Eminem. And which one are we doing today?
Today we're doing Old Time's Sake.
I don't know if I know that.
It's featuring Dr. Dre. It's on Relapse, obviously. That's the album we're going through now.
I don't
So
know.
we'll see. So it's not a song that I listen to a lot in particular,
No,
but I feel like most of these songs you've had to at least heard in the background at some point.
maybe. I'm just not recognizing it.
Yeah.
So we will see.
Yes.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. Links in the description below. And our username's right there.
All right. Old Time's Sake.
Good evening. This is your fucking captain speaking. We will soon be reaching an altitude of 4.5 million feet. That's 8 million miles in the sky. Please undo your seatbelt for takeoff. Shh. You are now free to smoke about the cabin.
I'm Dre from back in the day, from NWA, from black and the gray, from choking a bitch to smacking her face, from stacking up bodies to racking their cakes up, from racking up hits to stacking them crates up. I'm still hungry and I'm back with a tapeworm. And with what's happening in rap entertainment, me and Shady Far's competition, faggot, there ain't none.
Speak of the devil, it's attack of the rain man. Chainsaw in hand, blood stain on my apron. Soon as the blades spun, run, they run away from. Who wanna play dungeon? No one is safe from. In search of a brain surgeon, the great one. Wait, it ain't funny, man, it's urgent, I need one. 2 boxes of detergent and the paint gun, and an emergency squirt gun to spray A1.
So do you recognize it or no?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Again, this isn't a song I listen to a lot, so unless you're listening to it on your own, you wouldn't really know.
Okay.
So I have the lyrics pulled up on my phone, as always, because these lyric videos are wrong, and it's a good thing I did because there's a few lyrics that are fucked up here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So he starts off, "Good evening, this is your fucking captain speaking. We will soon be reaching an altitude of 4.5 million feet. 4.5 million feet, 4 million miles." And then he says, "That's 8 million miles in the sky. Please undo your seatbelt for takeoff." So it's not. It's like,
And how can feet become more miles?
yeah, exactly.
Like it would be less miles.
Yeah. So he's just saying very high. And then, so please undo your seatbelt for takeoff. So this is your pilot speaking, captain speaking. It's a play on being high. That's what the whole song's actually about.
Okay.
Like getting high. So you're high in an airplane. So takeoff is obviously a plane illusion and getting high illusion.
Okay.
And he says, "You are now free to smoke about the cabin," which is funny.
That used to be a thing.
Yes, so it's like you're now free to walk about the cabin, but and they still have the no smoking signs.
Yeah.
But yes, you used to be able to smoke back in the. I don't think I was ever alive, right? We were never alive. You never were on a plane where they were smoking, right?
No.
I remember smoking in restaurants, which
Remember being in a diner, like, what is on my face? Yeah.
probably fair.
From Luna. I remember being in a diner and there was a smoking section. And I was like, oh, that's so crazy. And like there were a bunch of people in there like smoking. Like it was like heavy smoke in there. And it had like these like plastic like things, like you walk through them so they close right behind you. But like
Yeah.
right near that area it still smelled like smoke.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we live in New York. They banned smoking indoors. Some places in the country you still can. I know as far as like a few years ago in Myrtle Beach, we were still smoking. Although I think when we went back, we couldn't smoke there.
I don't
And yeah, the
know.
smoking sections in like I forget the restaurant, but whatever, the smoking section, there was no divider. Do you know what I mean? So the whole restaurant was a smoking section.
The only smoking place I've been to within the past like 10 years, I was like, oh, that's so funny, is the TJ Fridays bar
At the
in
airport.
the Florida airport
Yes.
in, I think, Fort No, not in West Palm or
Is it
something.
Tampa? I forget.
It's somewhere in Florida.
It's the only place you could smoke in that airport.
Yeah, and it's indoors. It's like an indoor bar.
Yes.
And I will say I used to smoke, and it's just like cigarettes I'm talking about. Obviously, I mean I smoked other things, but like I'm talking about cigarettes right now. Um, Smoking indoors is fucking gross,
Yeah. I still smoke.
and eating is disgusting.
Yeah.
I didn't like smoking indoors when I smoked. Like, I don't want to just be constantly inhaling it.
Yeah. All right. Long tangent, but whatever. So Eminem does that. Dr. Dre comes in and he says, I'm Dre from back in the day, from NWA, from Black in the Gray, from. So Dr. Dre from back in the day, meaning, Dr. Dre, he used to be famous, big in
Like,
the
that's a
90s. Yes. And
Targaryen.
then from NWA, which was the group he was in, and then from Black and the Gray. So the Oakland Raiders logo was black and gray, and NWA wore the Raiders cap sometimes, and they did black and gray. So it's a reference to that. Um, and then he says from chocking a bitch, from
Chicken.
choking a bitch to smacking her face, from um, racking AKs up. Okay, hold on. Let me go over this first. So, choking a bitch to smacking her face, that's a reference we went to in Guilty Conscience, where Eminem says you're going to take advice from somebody that slapped D Barnes.
Okay.
So, Dr. Dre actually smacked this woman who, she was like a TV show host or whatever, and he got charged and shit.
Why do
So,
you do that? I forgot.
she was like talking, she was interviewing him or like talking shit about NWA breaking up or something. I think she might have been a rapper back in the day too. It was a weird scenario, but yeah,
You just hit her?
he smacked her, yeah, and
Jesus.
got charged and shit. So that's what he's saying, from choking a bitch to smacking her face, from stacking up bodies, so that's right, to racking AKs up. So like AK-47. The
Mm.
lyrics here say racking their kegs up, which is nothing. Doesn't mean anything.
Mm.
So to racking AKs up, from racking up hits to stacking them crates up. So racking up hits, he
Like
makes,
songs?
yeah, hits music to stacking them crates up. So like there'd be like crates of like vinyl records. They're usually in crates, like DJs have crates of records typically.
Okay.
So stacking crates up. Then he says, I'm still hungry and I'm back with the tapeworm. So
Yeah.
saying extra, extra hungry. So he's hungry when the tapeworm eats. So,
Yeah. Tapeworms are
he's
gross.
insatiable. And then he says, me and Shady. Oh no, sorry, I skipped a line. And where what's happening in rap entertainment, me and Shady, far as competition, faggot, there ain't none. So they're saying there what's happening in hip hop, and there's no competition for Dr. Dre and Eminem. And then
Mm.
Eminem comes in. He says, speak of the devil, it's attack of the Rain Man, chainsaw in hand, blood stain in my apron, which I love the way he like rhymes that, but yes.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
speak of the devil, it's attack of the Rain Man. Rain Man, you remember the song on
Yeah.
Encore, which he's talking about Christopher Reeve there too. But it's
Mhm.
also the movie Rain Man, where he was autistic or he was an idiot savant. I don't remember what mental illness, whatever he had wrong with him, but he was like really good at counting.
Yeah.
And then chainsaw in hand, blood stain in my apron. So going with his serial killer motif throughout the album. He has chainsaw, blood, blah blah. Soon as the blade spun, vroom, they run away from. Who want to play dungeon? No one is safe from. So who wants to play dungeon? Obviously, he's talking about locking somebody up and killing them. Um, in search of a brain surgeon, a great one. Wait, it ain't funny, man. It's urgent. I need one. The way he says it, though, it actually rhymes because if you read a great one and I need one, it doesn't rhyme. But the accent he puts on it, I need one,
Okay.
great one. And then 2 boxes of detergent and a paint gun. and an emergency squirt gun to spray A1.
Ew.
So,
It's like the grossest steak sauce ever.
oh yeah, it's disgusting.
Like, ugh.
I liked it when I was little though.
I never liked it.
Yeah. So yes, 2 boxes of detergent and a paint gun, an emergency squirt gun. I don't know what an emergency squirt gun is, as opposed to a regular squirt gun to spray
I
A1.
guess like he likes it.
Yeah. All right. And that is where we left off. So pick it up here.
Squirt gun to spray A1. So one more time for old time's sake. Dre, drop that beat and scratch that break. Now just blow a little bit of that smoke my way and let's go. You are now smoking with the best. I said one more time for old time's sake. Dre, drop that beat and scratch that break. Now just send a little bit of that smoke my way and let's go. You are now smoking with the best. Smoke signal in the sky like Verizon Wireless. A nice environment, surprise entirely hypnotized by the sound. I surround the hydrants, taking lives of firemen. Say goodbye, here I am again. Naked wives and back again. Before I begin to get so high, pussy boy, I could spin. Bin, fuck the handle, I fly off the hinge. Let that boy at the bench coach and throw it to him. There he goes in his trench coat, no clothes again. Baby, make us some French toast and show us some skin. I'll show you every inch grows on my foreskin. Show me nipple, I pinch both and throw up a tin. Now you know it's a sin, the tease blow us again. The sorcerer of intercourse, if it's forced, it's him. Don't fight the feeling if you're feeling the force within. When you wake up in the morning next to the porcelain. So one more time for old time's sake. Dre, drop that beat and scratch that break. Now just blow a little bit of that smoke my way and let's go. You are now smoking with the best. I said one more time for old time's sake. Dre, drop that beat and scratch that break. Now just send a little bit of that smoke my way and let's go. You are now smoking with the best.
Okay, so that's the chorus. You still don't recognize it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's interesting. Because you've known almost every other song in this album.
Yeah.
All right. So the chorus is, so one more time for old time's sake, Dre, drop that beat and scratch that break. Now just blow a little bit of that smoke my way and let's go. And then the chorus, the lyrics are even wrong here. It's you are now smoking with the best. The best.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I said one more time for old time's sake. Same thing. For old time's sake, he does the chorus twice, you know.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Um, and then he goes, smoke signal in the sky like Verizon Wireless, a nice environment, which is very random.
I'm gonna
What?
like Verizon.
Yeah, so smoke signal in the sky. So Verizon Wireless, the signal, the cell phone signals are in the sky, in the air, you know. And he's saying the smoke signals in the sky, so they're both in the sky. And then he says, a nice environment, surprised entirely, hypnotized by the sound. I surround the hydrants, taking lives of firemen. Say goodbye, here I am again. It's just so random.
Yeah.
I surround the hydrants and taking lives of firemen, which is just fucking with firemen for no reason. And I guess if he's surrounding the hydrants, he's like blocking their
Yeah.
access to it, which is just random and funny. And then, so I guess also has to do with the smoke. They're smoking throughout the song. So you know what I mean?
Okay.
So they don't like the firemen putting out fires. Um, so yeah, taking lives of firemen, say goodbye. Here I am again. Naked wives and Vicodin. So, sounds like fun. Before I begin to get so high, pussy boy, I could spin. Vrin vrin. So he's saying before he gets high, he could spin. Vrin vrin. Like a chainsaw.
Mm,
Spin. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck the handle. I fly off the hinge. So instead of flying off
okay.
the handle, flying off the hinge. Let's see. I'm getting so confused trying to bounce back and forth between where I am here
Yeah.
because I don't trust these lyrics. Um, hinge. What? I'm like, okay, there we go. Let that boy off the bench, coach, and throw it to him. So Eminem saying, like, talking as if Dr. Dre's the coach, and he's saying, "Let me off the bench. I'm gonna come in for you and rhyme and throw it to him." You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he's saying like Eminem sitting on the bench, and then he's coming on to play with Dre. So throw it to him. Sports analogy. There he goes in his trench coat, no clothes again.
Eh,
So he's naked under the trench coat. Baby, make us some French toast and show us some skin. I'll show you every inch grows on my foreskin,
ew,
which is funny.
gross.
I wonder if he actually is uncircumcised or he's just rhyming that.
Maybe.
And then he says, show me a nipple. I pinch. Show me a nipple. I pinch both and throw up a 10. Now you know it's a sin to tease. Blow us again. So wait, when he says throw up a 10, I'm actually confused what that means. I'll show you every inch grows on my foreskin. Show me a nipple. I pinch both, then throw up a 10. I
I
don't.
don't know. Maybe saying that they're really good.
Oh, maybe. Throw up a 10. Yeah, I don't know if he means like his hands, like the 10 fingers, or like $10.
Oh, I was thinking like when people do like dives and hold up the cue cards and it's like 10.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, let us know. I've never actually thought about this line before. I'm not sure what he's actually referring to there. Usually I have a general idea. I'm not sure if it's, like you're saying, like a 10 of 10 or,
Yeah.
uh, all right. And then he says, the sorcerer of intercourse, if it's forced, it's him. So
Okay.
rape,
Yeah, of course.
the sorcerer of intercourse, which is really funny. Um, don't fight the feeling if you're feeling the force within, and when you wake up in the morning next to the porcelain.
In a toilet.
Yeah, you're sick, thrown up. All right, and then we heard this chorus, and we
Yeah.
will pick up here.
Now where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's fire, there's flames. Where there's flames, there's chronic. Either you high, you ain't. I got no time for no games.
Nah, he ain't playing. He's gonna get the AK and aim it right at your brain. I'm slightly insane. Vodka and creatine, hypnotic and Red Bull. It's an incredible energy drink, and it's giving me wings. I believe I can fly while I pee on the girl. You won't catch me, CSI. It's as easy as pie and as simple as cake. Drag it on the mic and make 'em tremble and shake.
Now put your smoke up in the air, raise your Henny and Coke. And if you really wanna get fucked up, just let me know. We can smoke till there's no more lighter fluid to do it. Let's get into it. You're smoking with the tritest and truest. I got the Midas touch when it comes to rolling shit up. You motherfuckers ain't smoking, you just holding shit up. Now here we go, let's get up, get down, hold up a blunt. I smoke the kind of stuff to make the records go #1. Cause if at first you don't succeed, won't hurt to smoke some weed. Now them words are just a little more personal for me. Seeing as how I blew up off of puffing them trees.
What's smoking up for me? Fuck yeah, light it up, Cheech. Come on, smoke me out, cuz. Give me contact buzz. Get me on track. They love me when I'm on that stuff. But this is Earth calling shady, man. Come on back. What? Man, we're losing them. He won't even respond back. Fuck. Now look at all the pretty women in here.
Damn, bitches.
Dre, it's hot. I think we better go check on their temperatures. I'll get the thermometer. You get the bandages. Now, baby, just bend over. This won't hurt a damn bitches. And give me one more time for old time's sake. Dre, drop that beat and scratch that break. Now just blow a little bit of that smoke my way and let's go. By now, smoking with the best. I said one more time for old time's sake. Dre, drop that beat and scratch that break. Now just send a little bit of that smoke my way and let's go. By now, smoking with the best.
Yeah, I think it's just playing out.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird. The song they each have, according to this, there's 7 verses. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like they have like really short verses each. So finding a place to pause is weird because if we stopped it after every verse, it'd be like every 30 seconds.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it'd be annoying. So I think we were right here, Dr. Dre. Yeah, so he says, now where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's fire, there's flames. Where there's flames, there's chronic. Either you high or you ain't. And then he says, I got no time for games. So yeah, self-explanatory. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's fire, there's flames. Then he says, where there's flame, there's chronic. So he's saying, he's constantly smoking weed. And then either you high or you ain't. I got no time for no games. And then Eminem comes in and finishes, the bar and the verse. He says, nah, he ain't playing. He's gonna get the AK and aim it right at your brain. The way he does it, he breaks
That
it
was
up.
cool.
Yeah, it was. Um, and then he continues, I'm slightly insane. Vodka and creatine, just
Random.
random. Hypnotic and Red Bull. It's an incredible energy drink. So wait a second. Is the energy drink the vodka, creatine, hypnotic, and Red Bull, or is it just the hypnotic and Red Bull?
I guess it's all of it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's so funny.
Because creatine could also give you energy.
Yeah,
So it's probably just an energy cocktail.
yeah, that's funny.
Hmm.
So yes, it's an incredible energy drink, and it's giving me wings. I believe I can fly. While I pee on a girl, you won't catch me, CSI. So the Red Bull ties in with and it's giving me wings. That's their slogan. Red Bull, it
Hmm.
gives you wings. And then he says, I believe I can fly while I pee on a girl. You won't catch me, CSI. So that's an allusion to R. Kelly, who's I believe I can fly. So that's why he
Yeah.
says it's giving me wings with the Red Bull. Then I could believe I can fly like R. Kelly. And then while I pee on a girl, another R. Kelly reference. And he says, you won't catch me, CSI. Just funny. And then he says it's as easy as pie, it's as simple as cake. Dre, get on the mic and make them tremble and shake.
Okay.
And then we get to Dr. Dre's verse. He says, now put your smoke up in the air, raise your Henny and Coke, and if you really want to get fucked up, just let me know.
Okay.
So, partying. We can smoke till there's no more lighter fluid to do it. Let's get into it. You're smoking with the triedest and truest. So again, he's the man. His album was The Chronic, so he's known for smoking weed, and it's his whole like persona is
It's his
chronic.
whole thing.
Yeah,
Just a weed smoker.
yes, you're smoking with the triedest and truest. I got the Midas touch when it comes to rolling shit up. You motherfuckers ain't smoking, you just holding shit up. So Midas,
He
King
was
Midas.
faking it, I guess.
Yes. So King Midas, everything he touched turned to gold. So
Cold.
that's what he's saying. Um, everything he touches turns to gold when he rolls shit up. And then you ain't smoking, you're just holding shit up. Now here we go. Let's get up, get down, hold up a blunt. I smoke the kind of stuff that make the records go number one. 'Cause if at first you don't succeed, won't hurt to smoke some weed. Which it's the way he says it actually sounds pretty cool. Now them words are just a little more personal for me, seeing as how I blew up off of puffing them trees. So again, blew up off of puffing them trees, literally and figuratively. The Chronic was his album, like we just discussed. So he's saying that's why it's personal to him.
Okay.
And then we get to Eminem, final verse. Well, smoke enough for me. Fuck yeah, light it up, Cheech. Come on, smoke me out, cuz. Give me contact buzz. So remember, he's sober when he's doing
Okay,
this
so
album and he's recording it. So he's saying, smoke enough for me, because he's not actually smoking. And then he says, give me a contact buzz. So he's telling Dre, like, he's not going to smoke, but if Dre smokes enough, maybe it'll get him high, which is funny. Get me on track. They love me when I'm on that stuff. So saying, which we actually hear that a lot through this album and kind of recovery, where he actually feels that like the drugs and alcohol was like an important part of him and his music. You know what I mean? That like I think he felt it, but also worried that people weren't going to like him if he doesn't drink and get high. Like he's not going to be as fun.
Well, it's not bad.
Yeah, in the song
That's good.
what is it? Be careful what you wish for. I think it is. He's talking to like he's got like it's one of those things where like the devil is talking to him, and
Okay.
he's like, oh, all Shady is like vodka and hair bleach or whatever. He's saying, that's his persona, and he was scared that he wouldn't be able to continue sober, but whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, get me on track. They love me when I'm on that stuff, but this is Earth calling, Shady man. Come on back, and then you hear what? So saying, come back to Earth. You can't fucking smoke. You can't drink. Blah blah blah. Man, we're losing him. He won't even respond back. Fuck. Now look at all the pretty women in here. And then you hear Dre say, damn bitches. Dre, it's hot. I think we better go check on their temperatures. The way he says it is temperatures. I'll get the thermometer. You get the bandages. Now, baby, just bend over. This won't hurt a damn bit, just. So, the thermometer, that was back on the, fuck, what was this? The Slim Shady LP, where he's like, I forget the line exactly. He's like, if you see your mom with a thermometer in the ass, it's obvious I got it on with her.
I don't know.
So that's like another reference to that. I'll get the thermometer, you get the bandages. Now, baby, just bend over. This won't hurt a damn bit. Just so again, thermometer in the ass. That's what he's going for. All right, and then that's it. It's just the chorus
Mhm.
to all the way out. All right. So, old time's sake.
I don't know if I'm just tired or if that just really couldn't hold my interest, but
I think it's both. I saw you zoning out. Yeah. So to be fair to
it's not that exciting.
so I was gonna say, to be fair to you, this isn't one of my favorite songs on the album. I do think you are tired and we're not paying attention as
No,
much.
I was just
You
like,
just didn't like it.
okay,
Yeah.
like that's great. Nothing was really, nothing really required any explanation at all. And
Pretty straightforward.
yeah, and it's kind of like, I don't know, wasn't really saying much.
So it's called Old Time's Sake, and it was like, oh, we're going back to like our early days of Dr. Dre and Eminem. Like,
Yeah, and I also, if you don't remember, I would
so,
like fall asleep during these too.
yeah.
I don't. Sorry, guys. It's just, I don't know. Not for me.
So I do like this song. There's so many other songs on this album I like more though. The beat's really good on this, which I'm assuming Dr. Dre made it because he's rapping.
Sure.
Yeah, Dr. Dre. Oh wait, that's featuring. Oh yeah, it is produced by Dr. Dre. So this is actually a very good beat. You know, the song's cool. It's,
Yeah. It's like whatever. It's
yeah, yeah. So they did another one for old time's sake, trying to recapture what they used to have. But yeah, all right, all right.
sorry, guys. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all social, on all social media channels. Okay, bye.